Paintball tournaments can be expensive and they can easily creep up into the thousands of dollars to play one of these. But how much does it cost to play your first one? Therefore, to figure that out, I'm gonna play a local paintball tournament, which is the most common way to play your first. And this one alone costed my team $350 just to enter. However, I'm also gonna show you everything you need to do to play in one of these, all while showing you how much fun these tournaments actually are. And at the end of the video, I'm gonna total it all up to show you how much I spent on this tournament so you know how much your first tournament will cost. So we just got 8 cases of paint and that's another $360, but saying that, we have to get all those filled up because we have our first match coming up. Let's go get it.
Back center! Cooking.
We won the first point. However, this tournament is to avoid blitz, and there's a couple twists and turns to make this tournament different than any other. So when you sign up for this tournament, you get 3 prelim matches. You'll play a different team in each of those matches, and each match consists of 3 points. However, these points are only 3 minutes long, and if you win, your team gets a point. Whichever teams have the most points at the end of the prelims get to move on to the playoffs. But that meant that we had 2 more points that we had to play against the first team, and even though I was trying to move up on the field, still ended up stalling out in the second point, and that meant that there was 1 more point left. However, this one was going to be interesting.
I'm risking it for the biscuit in it.
What?
Hey, stay 2! Stay 2! Hey, ball 2! Ball 2! What are you doing? You just threw a major! You gotta pull somebody! It's okay.
So with that major, they actually assessed it as a swing point, and that gave us 2 points leaving that first match. Before we get on to the next part of the video, I want to let you know something. We have just dropped my first ever Another Deposit merch from JT. I've curated 5 of the shirts that I think look the best on you and on me, and these things are super light, breathable, and stretchy, making them one of the best paintball shirts you can wear while you're playing. However, these things look so damn good that you can pretty much wear them anywhere else. I wear these at the gym, out on the town, and even when I'm getting a little bit dirty, I've got this thing on. So if you want your grandma to love you even more when you're at dinner, make sure to pick up some Another Deposit merch. It would be the first pinned comment down below. Okay, so the first thing you're gonna have to do to enter one of these paintball tournaments is you're gonna have to start a team. You have to go on pbleagues.com, and that's where you can make your own player profile. This keeps track of all your teams that you play on and all the points you earn for playing those. But you're gonna go on there, you're gonna make your profile, and then you're gonna make a team. You're gonna get all your friends also to make a profile, and then you're gonna put all of them on that team. And once you do that, you can go on the website and essentially find tournaments that are happening local to you, and maybe even national tournaments that you wanna go play and travel. Tell you actually how far they are, so you get a good idea. But you'll go on the info page, you'll register, you'll pay the entry, and the entries for these, usually like a 3-man is like $150 for entry, going all the way up to like the local AXL for the D5X ball, $675 to enter. But you'll split that up between the guys on the team to enter the tournament, and that's how you enter your first paintball tournament. However, the other expense is your ammo, and usually paint will cost you $35 to $60 depending on the field you're at and the grade that you're getting. This will be your biggest cost because your adrenaline will be pumping, and you'll want to shoot a lot, and you'll probably dump a couple paintballs on the ground and make the whole internet mad. For this tournament, we paid $45 per case of paint, but with the 3-minute time cap, we don't end up shooting as much as you would in a normal tournament. I know for some national tournaments, we shot up to 90 to 100 cases of paint, and some of the local ones, we've done 60. And with that all said, it was time to play the second match of the day. However, this one started off slow. We went to time on our first 2 matches, and we were sitting with a big goose egg, and I did not like that. So I was gonna go out there and change it. Alright, so we're done with match 2, and it's looking pretty good so far, but the next part that you're going to need to play your first paintball tournament is some gear. And you want to buy stuff that's within your budget. You don't want anything that's going to break the bank. So I always recommend Empire. They make some of the best beginner gear, and conveniently enough, they are the sponsor of today's video. The Mini GS that they make is the most affordable tournament marker that you can buy, and the big brother, the Axe 2.0, I think is the best bang for your buck when it comes to entry-level markers. You're also going to need a loader and tank, and they have that covered as well. They make one of the most affordable loaders in the Halo 2. I personally use the Halo 2 with the Pro Shell, which is only a $35 upgrade, and then they make the Empire Megalite. Funny enough, my first ever setup was the Axe, the Halo 2, and the Empire Megalite, so I definitely recommend it. But saying that, the most important thing you can buy when you're first starting out with paintball is a good mask. Empire conveniently makes one of the best masks under $50. It's the E-Vents. I've used these in tournaments, and I vouch that they are an awesome mask to use. However, you're also going to need a pod pack, and they make the Pro Harness. This thing can hold 11 pods, and it's super affordable. So if you want any of that personal gear, you can go to lonewolfpaintball.com and get it. However, if you want team gear, if you want jerseys just like we have and custom pants, you can go on empirepaintball.com and go through the Imperial program and get your team custom gear. So if you add all that up with a custom jersey, pants, and then also all the other gear you need to play, it's going to be $800 to $1,000 just to get started playing this tournament. But 2 matches in and playing this tournament brought back a lot of nostalgia for me, because the first tournament I ever played was a CFWA 5-man. It was back in 2018, and it probably cost me $200 to $250 to play that one. I couldn't tell you the exact number, but I wanted to hear from y'all down below. What was the first paintball tournament you ever played, and how much do you think you spent on it? I would love to see where y'all played and the numbers of what you think you spent playing. But saying that, we are on to our last prelim match, and up to here we have been doing well on points compared to the other teams we were playing against. However, if we wanted to guarantee our spot into the playoffs, we needed to put up some points. So it was time to make that happen. And you know me, I'm always ready.
Maybe 6 feet ain't so far down. 5, there's 2 over here.
2 on 2. Nothing? Okay.
I can't believe you let that happen, Josh.
I shot him.
I can't believe it.
Hey, 2-4! Hey, they're good! They're good! Woo! Yeah, they're good!
After putting up that first point, the second one went to time, and that meant we had one last chance to put up a point, put us in a better spot to go into the playoffs.
Oh shit!
Get out of there! Get out of there!
Video.
With that finish, we put up enough points to have the first seed and push our way into the playoffs all the way to the finals. And for this, we bought 3 more cases of paint, totaling it up to 15 cases that we had bought so far. And that would be the last amount of money we spent on this tournament. So before I show you how this tournament ends, let me tell you how much I spent. With this being a local tournament, we don't really factor in the travel and the stay, because most people are driving there the morning of and going home that night. But the entry for this tournament was $350, which is very, very affordable for a 5-man tournament. Divided that up between the 7 players on our squad, and it costed me $50 just to enter the tournament. And if you add in the 15 cases of paint we shot at $45 per case, it costed me $96.43. So when you total it all up, it costed me $146.43 to play this tournament. So depending on what tournament you play, the price will really vary, but I can say the most I've probably ever spent on a local tournament is around $375 to $400, and that's after entry and then going really deep in the tournament and buying a ton of paint.
But saying that, we are going into the final boss of this tournament, and it was against the Howlers.
So it was time for me to put on my big boy boots, go out there and make it happen.
Yeah, 2 over here. Dude, Chaz just hit the sickest slide cancel ever. Did you see that? Oh shit. Oh shit. Hey Josh, they're shooting a bounce at me. Hey, China still, China! Hey, kill the China! That ain't no major, bro. That's not a major.
Hey, kill the Bravo!
That second point went to time, and that meant that we were up by 1. However, if we could not hold off this last push from the Howlers, we'd be going into overtime. So it was time to see if we could do it.
I'm a CFOA 5-man X-Ball champion. You know what? I got out of here like a gazelle.
Hey boys, and if you're good enough, you'll win your first paintball tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've made it this far and your calves are shrinking, it's because you haven't liked the video. Also, if you have a date coming up, a wedding, or if you just want to look good while you're playing paintball or in the gym, the merch shirts are down below in the pinned comment. But saying that, I really enjoyed playing this tournament, and if you are in the Carolinas and you want to play it yourself, go ahead and check out the CFOA Blitz. We played it at our local field at Paintball Central Greensboro, and Andrew and Tyler did a great job putting it on. If you want to play, you can just go on PB Leagues and sign up there. But saying all of that, I'm done talking and I am out of here. That's another deposit in the books, and I will see y'all later. Peace!